So we need to talk about mini content on this channel. I introduced mini content on this channel at the start of the year for the first time, not knowing how it would go, given that it was exclusively a tabletop roleplay channel before. Let's just say it's gone well. In fact, this recent Mini Monday video has just become the most viewed video on this channel within 2 days. For where this channel is at, that is mind-blowing, and especially because the video in question, my introduction to my custom chapter, the Astra Prime Ursa or Space Bears, is a personal project I've been ebbing away at in my spare time, and I love that you love it with me. I'm just so excited. But because you're excited too, and because this could open up some huge opportunities for more content on this channel, I've hit a little bit of a snag, and that is that the Patreon that we've set up is really almost entirely built around roleplay. And it's been going really well. Like, your support has been so fundamental in making all of this content possible, especially the minis content, because that's the expensive content to make. But my God, do we have big plans. Which is why I'm starting a second Patreon focused on rewards for people interested in miniatures, tabletop stuff, and dioramas, and particularly that content. Now, there are a huge amount of awesome rewards part of this new Patreon that I've set up that people who are into our mini content and journey and creating projects themselves are going to absolutely love, but I'll get to that later because I want to start off with the most exciting idea, the most exciting goal, which is we can actually up to 4 videos a week. I can't tell you when that will be. It will happen when it's possible, but if this is a vein of content you guys are really into, it means that with 4 videos a week, 2 roleplay and 2 minis videos, we will be perfectly balanced, as all things should be. I'm doing the live long and prosper thing, aren't I? I mean, that's sort of fitting. 2 minis videos a week, guys! We can do this, and on top of that, we have huge ideas for content. I mean, you think the Space Bears thing is cool. That's like tip of the iceberg stuff. We want to make our own minis and hire sculptors and commission professional artworks of our custom chapters and make epic lore videos. We want to make and tell exciting stories through dioramas and custom visuals and try all sorts of new mediums and equipment. We want to build a huge amount of epic gaming tables that we can play on, but also show the process of making and experiment with different techniques and types of structures and landscape. And on that note of playing on the boards, a lot of you have been asking us to do battle reports. Now, it's not going to happen soon, but it will happen, and when it happens, I want it to be a cut above the rest in a big way. Battle reports is something I see as an opportunity not only to make a really fun way to introduce people into the hobby and start playing again myself, but also tell really cool visual stories. I envision battle reports on this channel, when we can do them, as cinematic masterpieces. Of course, yes, it's gameplay, but I want it to somehow cut between 2 people playing a game and being at the levels of the minis and seeing gunshots fired and explosions and have like skies and mist and special effects, soundscapes and epic music. I don't know if it'll be like cutting in and out between the gameplay and then what's happening on the battlefield, but I have such a clear picture of what battle reports can look like. Suffice it to say, there's a lot we want to and can do that we can't do yet, because we're still building up momentum and because all that stuff I mentioned is very expensive to pull off. You need all the equipment, you need all the materials. The more we grow and the more we want to do, not only are we paying for more people's time, we will soon need to be paying for more people, getting more cast members as part of our roleplay games, but also in terms of mini content, getting more people in to help make projects possible. Now, that's the long game, but it can be made so much shorter by your supporting us on this new Patreon, which I'm calling the Tabletop Time Mini Club. And it ain't mini, it's big, but it's called a Mini Club, which is fun because it's our big mini club. And it's a club, it's an actual club. So if you sign up and join most of the Patreon tiers, gain access to a private Discord, which is entirely centered around our community and minis and tabletop painting, playing, and board building. Something I'm really excited about is I am going to use this place to share all of my works in progress. And I mean, that Space Bears video I did was 6 months in the making. You can bet that I am already working on the next steps and other projects that I haven't shown anywhere, and this is going to be my place to show that. I'm currently working on a converted scrapjet, which I love. It's like a mix of the Storm Boys and like every rocket I can fit on a scrapjet that I've converted. I've already painted like 95% of it, and I'm going to turn that into a diorama with like smoke and like industrial like rubble cityscape on the ground. Oh, it's going to be Good. And it's not just me, of course. I mean, Dave is a very experienced painter. He's got insane projects and insane skills, and he's currently working on one of the coolest projects I've seen, which is sort of painting a mini with a transparent cloth chiffon effect. I don't know how he's doing it, but he is. Jeremy, who you've seen in some roleplay videos and in our little tabletop skit, is a new hobby painter, is joining in the tabletop hobby, and he's been taking photos of his progress, and he'll be able to share that with you guys there. Rob is obviously painting his custom Necron army. Jen paints really well and does cool stuff too, and she can show her stuff there. And it's not just us, it's also you. We love seeing what you're working on and seeing what you're passionate about. But the Patreon obviously goes well beyond just access to our mini club. We're going to be fairly regularly streaming our mini painting and board building and gaming stuff. I mean, we're filming it. There's nothing stopping us just taking a HDMI out, plugging it into a laptop and streaming to our private Discord group while we work on it and chatting with you guys. I mean, it's not going to really slow down the process. It'll be fun to share the progress as we go and get to know you guys as we do. So Discord exclusive mini painting and tabletop terraining and diorama building streams will be a thing where we hang out with you guys. And of course, scattered throughout the various tiers of support, there's early access to minis videos. We're going to open up to voting on some of the projects we take on, or the minis we paint, or the game boards we make, or the game types we play. We're going to be doing monthly minis videos where we take Patreon questions and we sort of summarize and update you all on our personal projects that we've been sharing in the Discord, as well as take a look at your stuff and give a little bit of feedback. And for those of you on the higher tiers, there's a bit of a mentorship group where in those videos we'll be sinking our teeth a little bit into your projects with you. So all of this and so much more is part of the Patreon, but I guess suffice it to say is I've tried to cram as much value and fun and excitement and also personal journey sharing and project feedback into this new Patreon as possible. So essentially we have two Patreons now, the Roleplay Patreon and the Mini Club. And if you are on the Roleplay Patreon and you're more interested in the Minis Club, you can certainly cancel your support in one and start in the other. You can do both. You can do none and just watch our videos. But if you want to directly support, these are the best ways to do that. I want Tabletop Time to be the entry space and the welcoming community for anyone who is interested or potentially passionate about any sort of tabletop gaming, roleplay, or miniatures. I want Tabletop Time to be the Bud Light of tabletop gaming and roleplay. Essentially meaning if you have acquired taste or a mature palate, you might appreciate some of that more fancy schmancy stuff, but here on Tabletop Time, we're easy to access, we're pretty great, and we make you feel good. So that's all I wanted to share in this video. It's a bit of an update, essentially highlighting a really new and exciting way for you to directly support a vein of content that is obviously flourishing. And then as thanks for that support, a way for us to open up and let those of you passionate about it in and closer and to share that experience with us more directly. And can I just say, like, yeah, this is a lot to manage. I'm managing my main 5.5 million subscriber YouTube channel. My vlog is a little bit up in the air at the moment, and then we're doing 3 or 4 videos a week on Tabletop Time. But the fact is, I am so fired up and excited and passionate and empowered because of this, because my hobby is fueling my creativity and my passion everywhere else in my life. So I want to thank you for being a part of this, whether you're supporting on Patreon or not. If you watch our videos, if you clicked on that Space Bear video and enjoyed it and left a comment and subscribed, that's huge to us. Like, that made a difference, and we really appreciate that. And I really appreciate that because I essentially got to share something I cared about that I didn't know what people would think, but I thought it was cool, and you thought it was cool. And that's cool. So thank you for making this possible, but not only possible, for helping me make this move so fast and be so big as quick as possible, because I think we're in line in terms of our vision as to how exciting and great this could be. And I think we're gonna be getting there pretty quick. It's at this point I'm inclined to sign off, and I instinctively keep going to say until next time, see you later, which I say on my main channel, and there's nothing wrong with that. I could do that here, but this isn't my main channel. This is a different vibe. So I'm gonna wrap up this video by asking you, what's our sign off? Is it a different awkward ending every time? Is it a meme? Do we make a meme? How do we make a meme? Hey, yeah, Rob, do you know how you make a meme? No, for the chat, I don't know how to sign off. How to make a meme. I don't think it's a meme. Let me know in the comments, otherwise I might just be forced to do an awkward, stupid joke every time. Oof. Give me some good ideas.